Check, check. Check, check. Check. Check, check. Check, check. It looks like we are good to go. Well, let's begin, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, long time no see, everybody. And we are live. How's the stream quality? I haven't done one of these in a very long time. What's the last time I've done this? Definitely, probably back in May, I feel like. And at that time I was using a different computer. The computer I'm using now I actually built myself. And it sports NVIDIA 3080. Much more powerful than the MacBook I was using. And that MacBook's, you can go and look at the past streams, was not cutting it for live streaming. So I thought I had to see if I can get a better machine. And looks like things are going well. I think I'm streaming in 4K. And my PC isn't even breaking a sweat. So love it. Good stuff. How's everybody doing in internet land? It is nighttime here in Tokyo, 8:08 p.m. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching this from. It's almost the cherry blossom season here in Tokyo, so everyone is a little bit confused as to what clothes to wear, just like any other place where it's becoming springtime. Everyone's wondering, oh, should I wear my heavy coat, or maybe I should put away my heavy coat, wear my spring jacket. Oh, now it's cold again, got to bring out the winter jacket. All of that fun stuff. So hope you're staying healthy, staying warm. Things are having fun. You're having fun playing lots of guitar, perhaps. Are you playing anything recently, or are you listening to anything cool recently? Let me know in the chat box. That chat box is pretty lonely right now. It needs some action there. It needs some people chatting in there. Let me know what's going on over there, and I'll let you know what's going on with this channel in the next few moments. That's what we're talking about. Some other things we're going to be talking about. Some updates with the school. Some updates with my own projects, music projects, talking about that, and going to be answering some of your questions here on the live stream today. I'm just checking the stream on my other computer here, and it looks like things are extremely healthy. Love it, love it. You love to see it, everybody. So, yeah, let's talk about the channel to start with. So, beautiful thing. The channel is growing at a really cool rate. Thank you so much. At this moment, we have 243 subscribers. Thank you very much. So 243, oh geez, 2,243 subscribers. Thank you very much, everyone, for all of your support, logging on, keeping up to date for what's been going on. As some of you may have noticed, I haven't been uploading that much, unfortunately. But I hope you have been enjoying the shorts that I've been uploading, kind of clips from old videos that I've been putting up from past videos, just keeping things warm around here. So, what's been happening? Why haven't I been posting? Why haven't you been posting that much, Ryan? Well, I will tell you why. Things have been really popping with the school recently. So tons of new students, lots of new faces around here, meeting lots of different people, teaching lots of great new students, all sorts of different styles, which is really fun stuff, really interesting stuff. Unfortunately, because of that, I haven't had a lot of time to put videos together, do any tabbing around here. So I was thinking, oh, what should I do? I know people have been commenting, when's the next video? When's the next video? Do more city pop, do more jazz, do more blah 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 blah. and I thought, I was like, oh, I don't know when I could find the time, to put off to upload some new videos. And someone a little while ago told me, if you're worried about like blocking off some time, out of your schedule to upload videos, why don't you just like start a Patreon and see if you can block off a day that way? And I'm like, well, maybe I should start a Patreon, give that a try. So lo and behold, I have started a Patreon, and that's one of the major updates that I would like to share with all of you now, tonight, or this morning, or wherever you are streaming from. So I'm going to put us over right there right now. Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, the time is here to introduce the Ontario Guitar Studio official Patreon. So what comes inside the Patreon? Well, you have two tiers just at this moment. First tier is video poll access. So video poll access, what's that about? So at $2 a month, you get access to a monthly poll. You can't see it on this window, so I'm gonna have to go behind the scenes, and I'll let you see what's happening there, so I can show you the poll directly. So for $2 a month, you get access to a poll for future videos. I'll be making a poll probably once every video is done, and that'll be a poll for the next video that I'll make. That could be, one of the type of videos I've made in the past, or it could be maybe on some sort of topic that people want me to talk about. I'll put that poll in here, and the Patreon members will have a chance to vote on that poll. And so let's say at the moment, maybe if I get once I get about 10 votes on the poll, I'll kind of pick the winner of that, make that video, and then I'll move on to the next poll in the next video. So that would be at $2 a month. Now, moving back to the creator. So that's $2 a month. At $5 a month, you not only get access to the poll, but you also get access to some practice videos that I'm going to be putting out in probably a couple of weeks now. Guided practice videos, and perhaps some other videos that I'm going to be putting out. Now, guided practice videos, what is that about, Ryan? What's going on there? So the guided practice videos, those are videos that I've chosen to make due to some requests that are coming in from my students and from some other people regarding scale training. So one thing that some students have trouble with is training scales, not just in terms of what kind of concepts to use, but just in terms of even just sitting down and practicing scales. it's something that can be quite tedious for some students. So the videos that I'm going to be putting out are going to be on 12 scales that I've thought about that are probably the most useful scales in any given style. So I thought, because one thing, especially when you go on YouTube and you type for, I don't know, you type scale training or something like that, you get or interesting, cool scales, amazing scales or something like that. You get tons of different scales that, you know, some of them are useful, but some of them I don't know when you'll ever have the chance of using them. Perhaps in more, you know, perhaps in more exotic or artistic ways, definitely. But I tried to think about the scales that, if you know these scales, you're probably okay for a while. And those scales, I'll tell you them now. So major scale, of course, minor scale. I have my list over there. Major scale, minor scale, Dorian, harmonic minor, melodic minor, altered, diminished, Phrygian dominant, Lydian dominant, whole tone, major pentatonic, and minor pentatonic. So those are, oh, and one more, Mixolydian. Don't want to forget about Mixolydian for all of those blues jazz people. So yeah, if you train most of those scales, you're probably good for scales. I would think, you know, there are other scales that could be interesting to look at, but I think with those scales, you're probably good for a while, I think. So these videos, they're going to be training. They're basically 10 minutes long. One position in the scale, one position on one scale, one position, and you're going to go through up and down and skipping. You're going to go through 5 different rhythms. It's the I just made the videos. I can't even quarter note triplets, eighth note triplets, and 16th notes. And you're going to do 4 times each. It sounds like a lot that I'm talking about, but once you see the videos come out, it's going to be a lot less daunting. And there's also a little power bar at the bottom that kind of helps. It kind of gamifies it for you. So as you're practicing, you're kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I am getting more skilled at the scale. So that's kind of exciting. So I'm going to be putting samples. I'm going to be putting samples on the YouTube channel that you'll see. So people who want to see them for free, you'll definitely be able to see some version of them on the YouTube channel. But for those who kind of want to go the extra mile, you're going to be able to get those on the Patreon coming out. So that's going to be pretty exciting and pretty interesting. Now, what's the goal for the Patreon? So the goal is, if I can get about 100 Patreon members, I can start to really work on videos at the least bi-weekly. I'd like to aim for weekly, but I think bi-weekly, you know, video every 2 weeks is definitely something I could shoot for and put together. So that is what's going on with the Patreon. And here's an example of some of the videos. So this video's the C Lydian dominant, 5th position, 10 minutes there, and then there's another one, C natural minor, as well. So that's going to be there for you all to check out. All right, and that's what's going on with the Patreon and stuff like that. So if you feel like supporting me, definitely sign up for the Patreon. I'm going to be starting to post videos there once a week for sure. I've made a bunch, so they're going to start going up from next month. And if the reason you're here the big reason you're here is for tabs of songs, then you're going to want to go out to the PiaScore website or the mymusicsheet.com website, and you're going to find tons of tabs for all the videos that I've done there. That's the place. If you feel like supporting me through tabs, you can go and check that out there. All right, and that is the update on the channel. Look at that. Like a real streamer or something, right? So yeah, that does it for channel updates. School updates. So really happy about how things are progressing with my school. I just booked a room for the next summer recital, which is going to be in June 18th. I'm going to be posting some posters and flyers on that. Yeah, really, it's been really cool to see tons how people are progressing, and one of my students today, he started with me, I think 3 years ago. We started with, I can't remember I think we started with just open chords, just G, C. And today we were working on some sweet picking stuff. So it's really cool to see how students progress over the years. It's kind of like, yeah, really cool stuff. So and other school update stuff. There's another update coming. I can't say anything yet, and until I'm gonna have to wait for maybe like 2 or 3 months before I could say something in confidence, but it will happen. I just don't know when it is happening, and when it does happen, I'll let you know. I know that I know it doesn't sound like that doesn't sound like anything there, but it is something. And once I do announce it, you'll understand. It is something, and once I do announce it, you'll understand why I was reluctant on saying anything. So that's something to look forward to. So really cool stuff happening, exciting stuff. And then also some quick stuff on my end regarding my own projects. I'm finally, now that the corona situation is starting to die down, I'm gonna get to finish an EP that I had started already, and I had started to do a slow release on it in 2020, just the beginning of corona. If you go on Spotify, things like that, you can see 2 songs that were already released. But I chose to hold back on those 2 songs because I just felt weird about releasing music during the pandemic, and now that things are a little bit more, how should I say, positive, I'll probably start to go ahead and release the rest of the other 2 songs on the EP. One song has been mixed since I think 2020. Another song is the all of the beds are finished. I just have to do a final pass on it, and then send it off to mixing and mastering by my two guys that I use all the time. So, and then after that, I can start to work on the next project, which I've already started thinking about. So, yeah, things are moving, lots of things moving. All right, and those are all the updates: channel updates, school updates, and my own project updates. All right. Great. How's the channel doing? Are we still moving forward? Are things still moving? Yeah, looks like I am still live. Things are still live and things are still moving. Wonderful. Okay, great. So now to get to some questions, because I know some of you left some questions. Thank you very much for your questions. So we're going to jump into those right now. Okay, so make sure, there we go. Okay, so 2 questions. So I tried to lump the questions into groups where basically ways I can answer the questions in groups, so I don't have to kind of answer them individually, or repeat myself as I answer some of the questions here. But The the first two questions that I had here were regarding just general transcription, or just generally learning songs, right? So this first one from Jack says, "It took me hours to figure out the time signatures. Honestly, how did you do this?" I think that was on the Tal Wilkenfeld song. The other question. Oh, sorry. Oh, I know why. Ah, that's why. Okay. The other question I had here was, "Oh, I'm so happy this exists." Could you describe your process for transcribing the song? Yeah, so just to answer some questions about general transcription, um, I don't want to answer, well, to give you the short answer. The more you try to learn songs, the better you get at it, and that's the long and short of it. I mean, well, that's the short version, I should say. You know, so I think Jack from the last question, he was trying to, it was the Tal Wilkenfeld song that he said he was having trouble with. You know, sure, that song will take him or take you a couple hours, then try to learn another song at that exact same difficulty, and that might even take you less time now. Just the more that you do it, the less time it takes. So that's the cool thing about that. um Start with try to learn. I should have the question of SMS answering it. That will help people know what question I'm answering. I'm so new at this. um but yeah, this was the one I was just talking about. Yeah, so yeah, this Jack was saying, yeah, how did you learn how did you learn songs with tricky time signatures? Yeah, just continue to learn songs as much as you can with tricky time signatures. Prog rock, some crazy jazz tunes. Even just learning tunes is very helpful as well too. You know, the ability to transcribe tunes, it's just working on your ear. So learn lots of tunes and continue to transcribe lots of tunes. You can also look into ear training as well. Ear training is definitely helpful as well too. So if you're walking, or if you're trying to um, do training on chord quality, ear training, interval training. Um, uh, it's another type of training that doesn't seem to be coming up at the moment, but just lots of that sort of stuff as well is definitely useful for learning songs as well. Um, Now, transcribing the song now, with Benjamin, I think I'm interpreting your question as the same question as Jack, which is how do you learn songs? But if you're talking about then getting music onto paper or onto to make transcriptions, my process, I always get it on the most of the time I get it on the guitar first. I'll pick up the guitar and just learn it, and then after that I'll throw it up onto a MuseScore. I use MuseScore 3 for making PDFs and transcriptions. But sometimes, too, it's good to, like I also would try to do it without my guitar as well too. If something is easy enough, or I shouldn't say if something is easy enough, but if I feel that I can probably get it down on the score without having to pick up my instrument, I'll do that. I might pick up my instrument, if I'm really having trouble with a passage. I'll probably do it that way. I'll probably pick up my guitar and do it. But to answer this question as short as I can, um, you know, I'll trying to do it just with music score, and if it's something difficult, I'll pick up my guitar and get on my guitar and then put it onto MuseScore. All right, hopefully that answers your question. Thank you very much for that. Okay, next questions. We're getting into some music stuff and some Nihongo. I didn't speak any Nihongo today. Sumimasen. Yeah, so this question, アレキの音作りってどうやってますか教えてほしいです. So this person is saying, yeah, how do you, 音作り, how would you say 音作り in English? It's basically tone. Like how do you get your tone, basically. And I had another question in English as well from Jack. Oh, didn't Jack ask that same question? Ask a question earlier? No, different Jack. Okay. Yeah, how did you get that tone? Is what Jack is asking about. So, my tone is I'll show everyone right now. So my tone is actually I'm trying to think of the best way to do this here. Oh, I know how I'll do it. So first things first, in terms of what gets in, how my guitar gets into the computer, I use exotic XP compressor. That's the front of my sound. That's the front of my sound, and then that goes into what's it called? Sorry, a Focusrite Scarlett. I haven't looked at the name of this in a while. So that's the interface that I use, and then that goes into my computer. And then I use the software I use for recording is FL Studio, and I'll show everyone what that looks like right now. That's such a popular YouTube video phrase, and we're gonna do that right now. I tried to just trying to avoid doing that as much as possible, but I end up doing it just because it's so effective. So so where we're at in terms of tone, we have the XP compressor, and that's going into the Scarlett, the Focusrite Scarlett. And then once we're in FL Studio, this is what my signal chain looks at. My digital signal chain looks like. So I use the S Gear 3, the Scuff MX Gear 3. Oh, you probably can't. Do you see that? I probably have to do it this way. There we go. Oh, that's a little small. Make that big for us. Gotta make it big for the people. The people want to see the tones. Okay, so this is the Scuff MX Gear S Gear 3, and I really like it. I was using the Positive Grid stuff for a while, but for some reason I just wasn't getting tones that I really liked. And yeah, this I really like it so far. You know, I've had no big reasons to switch away from it. I've gotten all the tones that I like so far. So it has 5 different major amps. You know, it's on the deluxe right now, the Tweed, and then it also has kind this thing. I love the name of this preset. That's Mr. Ford to you. So I'm definitely you know, the Robin Ford emulated sound there. So I'm in drop D. So yeah, this is the main software I use for as my amp sim. Now, one thing that I've come to realize from making tons of mistakes is no matter what amp sim you use, you really want to put an EQ on an amp sim. And I'm thinking about doing a video about that, just to talk about that a bit more when I have the chance, because I think it's a pretty important topic. I can't get out of. I want to show you. I want to show you my EQ. There it is. Yeah. So, well, you know. See, I'm not a professional streamer as yet. I will one of these days. Yeah. So, let's take a look at the EQ that we have here. So, I think this is how I generally EQ my guitar, especially my PRS. I use this as a PRS setting. So, I have a high cut and a low cut, and then I also cut 219 hertz and 653 hertz, because I found there's a lot of resonant frequencies, especially with this guitar. I'll just turn off the EQ, and hopefully you can hear that. Yeah, you can kind of hear it, right? Turn off my mic so you can hear it. Yeah, so I just hear a lot of resonant frequencies with this guitar and with this tone. So that's how I cut my guitar and cut the frequencies. So it has a much cleaner sound, and it kind of melds, especially if you have some other instruments. It melds pretty well. So that's the basics of how I get my guitar tone. Now, just to show you another amp here that's really, really cool as well too, is the Marshall sim. Let me get a good example here. The Stevie. Oh yeah. I mean, come on. What more do you want? Like that. I don't have any problems with that, so I've been using it for quite a while, and that's what I continue to use, and that's my tone. Well, hopefully that answers your questions, gentlemen. I'll go back to the questions now. All right, what else do we have here for questions? Oh no, don't want to do that. What are the chords being played underneath the guitar picking pattern at the start of the chorus? I believe the song we were looking at that you asked that under was... Oh, that was I Know I Live You by Shaka Khan. Yeah, so that is... Let me just get a clean sound so I can quasi-demonstrate, because you're just asking about the chords. I don't think you were asking about how to play them. Yeah, so for the chords at the beginning of the chorus is the D minor 7, and then it goes to like it's like a A over D flat. So it's like so then it's B minor 7 flat 5, something like that. So I'm not confident about that chord. I'll have to check that out later. But the chords at the start there that you were asking, in particular at that timing index, that would be the D minor 7, and then that would be the A over a D flat. So that's what you have there. Okay. Thank you very much for your question. All right. Next, very great tab. In which key is the song? You were asking about Tokai by oh my gosh, come on. Oh my gosh, who is that? What's the name of the artist again? Onuki. Oh, the city pop fans are going to be up in arms that I don't remember her name right now. Yoriko, isn't it? Yoko. Oh my gosh. Onuki Taiko. Sorry. Yeah. The key is E flat. Yeah, E flat major. So it's interesting. This song too takes a lot from "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye. For an E flat major. So that sort of thing. So that sort of thing. All right, but hopefully that answers your question. From Sof, it says, what kind of guitar is this? What accessories do you have with it? Genuinely curious, possibly going to invest in a guitar. Thank you very much for your question, Sof. So the video you were asking this question in, the guitar I was using is this same guitar, actually. It's a PRS CE 22. Now this guitar, I bought this used actually back in Canada, but I think new. I can't remember how much this costs new, like 2,000 Canadian, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but if you are a beginner, I do not recommend this type of guitar. But if you want something similar, and that's relatively cheap, I do recommend the Epiphone guitars. Those are quite lower in price, and you can get like an Epiphone pack usually, and that comes with like an amp and a cable and like a guitar stand. I think you can find something on Amazon, and that would do you at least until if you choose to get more serious, then maybe you can invest in a PRS. But I wouldn't recommend picking up a PRS if you're just starting out. It's a little bit pricey, I think. Thank you very much for your question. And next we had, thank you so much. I've been able to play bits and pieces of this for years, but that little phrase at 226 has eluded me until now. Do you actually play that D on the 7th fret at 229.5? Very specific timing index. I can see it on the chart, but I can't hear it. Trying to get it exactly right. Yes, you were asking about this in the affirmation video, the George Benson. Yeah, that phrase, yeah. I haven't played this in like 2 years. Yeah. So that D there, yep. So I definitely do play it. Yeah, that's the phrase. So it's kind of, yeah, cool little, pretty popular jazz phrase that exists. So, yeah, good luck, and I'm glad I can help you out with this tune as well, too. All right, and that takes me to the end of the questions. We are finished. All right. And yeah, I guess that does it for the live stream for today. So looking at the chat, just checking out the chat here. Oh, look how many, yeah, tons of people watching, but no one chatting. Oh, everyone's shy today. Well, that's okay. No worries. And I hope I can entertain. I hope I can entertain you wherever you're coming from, and I hope as well, you know, if you're watching the after stream of this, that you've been entertained in some way. This is just, you know, getting reacquainted with all of you again after being a little bit AWOL for so long. Hope to see you. Hope you continue to leave comments, and as I said before, do check out the Patreon. I'm planning to start. There's going to be some cool stuff being uploaded in the next couple of weeks, so you can check that out. But thank you very much for watching and supporting me, and I do hope to see you all sometime in the near future, either in the chat, or if you want to take a lesson with me, go and check out the links below at your convenience. That's like my phrase, at your convenience. Yeah, I guess I'll log off right now. Everyone, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you sometime.